end to end. When the clock hits 12, you know where to be. Turn it up, Real FM, ride the frequency. Talking truth, talking change, talking all that's real. With Francis Pierre at the wheel. Politics to faith, the latest trend. We talk it out from end to end. When the clock hits 12, you know where to be. Turn it up, Real FM, ride the frequency. Talking truth, talking change, talking all that's real. With Francis Pierre at the wheel. Politics to faith, the latest trend. We talk it out from end to end. Targets here.
Welcome, welcome, brothers. Welcome, sisters. Welcome to our program on Target. And always remember, we never have a subject matter. We speak about anything. Politics, religion, socioeconomic issues. From the international, the regional, and local. And you can introduce your own topic. Some people complain we on the same subject matter. I say change it. Introduce a new subject matter. We express our opinion. Opinions are not facts. They are based upon the information you have and your own prejudice. So if we say something and you could advance new information, our opinion are not cast in stone. We're changing it. We believe in the truth. We believe truth must reign. And we're not fearful of any subject matter, particularly where politics and political leadership is concerned. Man is weak. So we have to ensure that we get our politicians to stay close to the narrow road. They will only do that if they know we're going to hold them accountable, irrespective of what they do. Financial strangulation, threats, intimidation. We have to prepare to challenge them and hold them accountable. The leadership of our country could redirect the policy of the political party. That's why it's so important to know your politicians, to know your leader, to know what they stand for. You must be able to predict them. If you don't know them, they could lead you down a slippery slope fast. The number to call is 4420175. We on Real FM 91.9, 91.5. We Noise FM in New York, 94.9. That is Trump country, Trump in tongue. Trump is an unpredictable leader. So when he wake up, Xi Jinping had to wake up. Right now, Russia had to wake up. And the mullahs in Iran have to get up. Because Trump get up 3 o'clock in the morning. And they want to know what Trump is doing. Maduro went and sleep. You can't sleep when Trump wake up. Trump take Maduro, bring him in the United States for trial for narco terrorists. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good day, Mr. Pierre and the listening audience of Target.
Go right ahead, caller.
Well, I was missing in action yesterday because I only told and I said I have to open back today because I have some statement I've been making since last week. I already name 3 and, you know, I go bit by bit
Yes,
until
man.
I accomplish.
You was
Because
advancing.
speaking.
You was advancing reason why you believe they should vote out Deacon Mitchell.
That was my top guess.
Go right ahead.
And I will continue to name about 3 more again.
Let's go.
As time goes on. But I would like to tell the people of Grenada, when I speak of a failure of a leader, they should not take it as joke, because as you always say for yourself, you didn't tongue long.
We in tongue long.
I has been around the political arena for quite a number of years, and I see leadership, behavior. I see government go, government come. So I believe I have the right knowledge to say to my people,
to express your opinion.
Don't go the wrong way.
Give us
Don't go the wrong way. So I already gave 3. So today I want to say victimization. Like part of one of the reasons I saw victimization in the past, but not as what is going on presently now in this country. I never see so much victimization take place with any regime in this country as what I see now. 2, I realize, Mr. Pierre, that lie become a policy of the National Democratic Congress. They tell lies to the people of this country. I never heard so much lies in my life, although it happened before. Then, Mr. Pierre, number 3, the Prime Minister have no respect for the people of this country who voted for him in the last general election. He have no respect for the electorate. That's 3 more reasons add to what I gave first. Why we should get rid of such of a leader of this nature. So Grenadians, I want you to take note. Next time I will give another 3, and I will continue to advocate to you, my people, because I don't want you to go down the same road again as what you go down. Mistake is there to make. Anyone could make a mistake. But we don't want to go back that road, because they win by lie and they want to continue to rule by lie. So I warn you. I rest my case.
Yes, scholar, thank you. The caller said victimization, lies, and disrespect. And I have to agree with the caller. I have been in tongue long, and I've worked with all government from independence. All government from independence, I've worked with them. And I believe that this present regime, this version of NDC, is the most vindictive and vengeful group. Every sector of the society has been affected by victimization. The Prime Minister himself said, we campaign on a policy of transformation, dramatic change. Because he said nothing was not achieved in Grenada post-1983. And he offered dramatic change by the stroke of a pen. And when the Prime Minister come in power on June 23, By the 5th of July, days after, the Prime Minister was firing people who was perceived to be NNP supporters. Yes, scholar, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, good afternoon.
Yes, scholar, go right ahead.
Mr. Pierre, did you listen beyond the headline, the one-on-one basis on the headline last night?
No, I did not listen.
Well, Mr. Pierre, no man. Where you go? You sit down in the room shop all night last night?
Yeah, you see, I was very busy in the home shop.
In the what?
The home shop, I was very busy.
Well, Mr. Pierre, this is thing you have to. If I ask you a question, I wonder if you could answer me. Like last night to see the leader of the opposition in the program. If I cannot ask you a question because you tell me you do.
No, I didn't listen to the program.
Well, if you don't listen, I can ask you a question.
Now, it's very difficult for me to follow all these programs and it. And you know, my whole policy is I don't get involved in breaking news. So when one of these people have a program, normally I'll go and listen to it after if I have a time.
Okay.
But I'm a very involved person in different disciplines.
Miss Pierre was on Dolly, what is it called, this man name, on the program. He trying to grab her. But you know, Miss Pierre, she take good training from Dr. Mitchell. Nobody could have fooled her last night. Not a body could have fooled her last night. I listen, Miss Pierre. I didn't listen last night, you know. I say I have to sit down and listen. And after I listen, I could call the program. That man tried to grab that lady in every different form. And she have the answer to suit. You cannot go in on the program. Why he didn't ask last week beyond the headline the question to the Prime Minister? You have a lot of things he asked Ms. Pierre, and he didn't do that on the beyond the headline. Why he have to come in here last night and asking her this kind of question? Ms. Pierre didn't get no report from the Prime Minister. All what they're doing, she don't hear it, she don't get in it. Things have to go from Parliament to leaders, and he didn't go in. So why he coming up to her, asking her that kind of question? Mr. Pierre, last night, I tell you, when you listen, you coming back and debate that. I tell you, see, Miss Pierre, trust me, we have a leader, Mr. Pierre. We have a leader. When I tell you we have a leader, we have a leader, Mr. Pierre. Kudos to Miss Pierre last night. Miss Pierre, keep it up. We behind you 100%. We love you. LMP have you back to back, Miss Pierre. God bless you. Later, Mr. Pierre.
Thank you, Color. Yes, Color, welcome.
Hey, afternoon, Mr. Pierre. How are you doing?
Great, man.
Mr. Pierre, I want to say congratulations to the opposition leader, Emily Pierre, on beyond the headline last night. She did a wonderful job. She answered the question that I asked her. And Mr. Pierre, some of the questions that the host asked her, he didn't ask the Prime Minister.
Do you honestly expect the host to ask Deacon do how much sense? He wasn't in politics long. He lying, he's a fake. The host might be a little more sympathetic to him. It's sorry for him. But the opposition leader has been wrong.
Yeah, and the she didn't say that. She said to the host that you're asking that question to the wrong person. She answered question that like if the way you're asking the question, if she or the Prime Minister or she was a member.
Well, yes, the host knows she quite
capable
capable
at the time. What she did is very good in well answering the question. I want to say congratulations to her. Continue doing the good work as the leader of the opposition, because you are a leader with experience. You know what you're about, and still focus on last and all the distraction that the host trying to show you off. Because one thing I want to say again, Mr. Pierre, to hosts, when you invite someone to a program, when you ask a question, leave the person answer the question. You're asking the person a question. When the person answers the question, you're going and asking back a next question again. Let the person finish answer the question. When the person finishes answer the question, then you ask the next question. But when Mrs. Pierre was answering the question, the host was asking her next question again. Then she tried to throw off, but she still focused and she did a wonderful job. She make us proud as Ghanaian, and not only NMP, make us all Ghanaian proud last night, and we she portray herself last night on the program. So they have a blessing.
Yes, caller. The caller make the point that yes, caller, telephone. Go right ahead.
Mr. Pierre, good afternoon.
Yes,
And how are you today?
great man.
Mr. Pierre, would you lock me in the closet today?
No, I don't lock nobody in closet. You just want
Mr.
people.
Pierre,
punch
you said you didn't listen to the program last night, and I guess as much you may understand or should understand that your program today will be the program last night. But when I say that, persons would call and speak about the program last night. Mr. Pierre, something is wrong with some of us as Grenadians. You call in a program or you're on a live on the program. Well, most of the people on the live, you're not responding to the issue, to what the person is speaking about. But Mr. Pierre, the personal attack, the disrespect, it's time we as Grenadians stop that, Mr. Pierre. We're not getting anywhere with that. That's it for that. Mr. Pierre, my political leader, she proved herself as a leader. She don't just enter into politics. She knows about politics. And Mr. Pierre, she can articulate. Mr. Pierre, she can speak. I don't know what was the problem with the host. But if you're hosting a problem, Mr. Pierre, look at it. There's a caller that has called your program, and you're asking that caller questions, and up to now, that caller cannot come with answers. But last night, you have a host asking Mrs. Pierre questions, and before she could answer, he offered another question. He offered another question. So it was just questions he's asking, and not giving her time to answer the question he's asked. And I don't think that was good of him. Mr. Pierre, the host had a program last week where he was interviewing the Prime Minister. And when he asked a question, the Prime Minister said to him that he had to ask the question to somebody else. That question was not for the Prime Minister. Ask that to somebody else. Now, last night, I don't know how much persons listen to that. And that is where you have leadership, Mr. Pierre. Last night, the host was in his deliberation assuming. He asked the Ms. Pierre question, and he assuming. You know what was her reply? She told him straight up, point blank, I will not come here as you and assume. She told him that. She's not going to come on a program and assume. She's going to come with facts, Mr. P. And to the caller who normally calls, and I know you're the custom calling, you call on a program this morning, and it's time you stop, make yourself a fool in calling them program on them with your one rhetoric. It's time you change. It's time you change. Only on Mr. Pierre program and that morning program, you could do that nonsense. It's time you stop. You got facts last night. You heard the political leader last night. When you call Mr. Pierre today, say what the political leader said was not true. Don't come and say that you have a visionary leader and this. Come, let's debate what the political leader said last night. Come, let's debate it today on Mr. Pierre's program. Because Mr. Pierre, I know your program today and for the rest of the week would center around our political leaders' interview last night. Mr. Pierre, she was on top there. Mr. Pierre, she delivered. The host tried his best to derail her. The host tried his best to derail her. But Mr. Pierre, when you know what you know and you can stand your ground, you're standing on your 2 feet and not on your head, nobody could topple you.
Yes,
Mr.
caller,
Pierre,
thank you.
I'm listening.
Thank you. You have a caller on the line? Yes. So we're going back to the first caller who said, listed three things that he believed justify removing Deacon Mitchell from government. One of them was victimization. And I said I agree with him. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre,
Yes, my brother.
good day, good day. Mr. Pierre, I listened behind the airline last night. And well, she did well. She did well. But there are some things she couldn't answer. The host asked her about the weather. Up to this day, she don't answer the question. She had no answer. She started talking about increase of the United States, increase of the. They asked her what she would do. What was she answer for the putting the weather in Grenada? She can't answer. They asked her about the people, the criminals and cooks and crazy people. The American want to send them in Grenada. Up to this day, she can't answer the question. I have never seen no stupid that. That is the topic of the day. Up to this day, she don't answer this question. Mr. Pierre, this lady come and talking about the fish. Do you know, I never know that this fish thing start in 2017.
We could export fish now? We could export the fish now?
No, I don't know. They give you
The government didn't give any clear information whether we could export or not.
Well, the Noah and Fennel give you reported. But I was saying that I thought this thing started 2 years ago.
But the government should give some information.
Noah have to send information on that.
No.
Well, the Prime Minister said on behind the headline last night, the night before, that they passed the law to cabinet and they do what they have to do and they send you Noah.
So they will apply.
Right.
So they have to wait now to find out whether they accept the reapplication.
Right.
But do the Prime Minister have any idea how long that's going to take?
Well, nobody know how to write.
So right now the fisherman in limbo.
The fisherman in limbo.
Do government have any incentive program or suggestion to help the fishermen in the medium term, in the interim?
They're coordinating one.
Yeah, I think they should coordinate one. Sometime we could get some fish go to Taraba State in Nigeria. You feel?
Well, if your boss don't want them, where they go send them?
Well, we have to send them in Taraba State.
The lady, the fish thing, due to NMP today, we can't send fish away.
So NMP are responsible for this fish thing?
Yes.
All right.
2017. Since 2017.
So NMP did not do what they had to do, so the LSC could not correct it.
They had done nothing. In 2020, Noah give them time. They give them 2 years.
But the NDC was there for 3 years. Remember, they said dramatic change. So if they're there for 3 years, what was the justification for not addressing it?
Well, the ban already stopped because the expired since 2020. She said, everybody said last night, you are expiring 2022.
Well, let us hope for the fisherman's sake, Noah respond within the next 6 months.
Yes, but
Yeah?
she is the one responsible for the ban we have today.
Yeah.
Because they got 2 years to do it.
All right, so they blame NNP for it. Well,
Well,
NNP shoulders kind of broad, perhaps they could
they
take
have
the blame.
5 years to do it.
But then the Prime Minister said nothing was not achieved post 1983. So he's supposed to know.
That was not achieved. That was not achieved today.
All right.
Because I have been paying them with suffering in this country. All
Yes,
these people are good. So, Mr. Pierre, every paid the pension. She had a girl to say that they would have paid the pension. Mr. Pierre, 10 years they have to pay the pension. They don't pay.
But I always tell you, caller, I always tell you, I'm sorry that this pension issue has been politicized. Because, caller, you don't have much information on the pension. I really want you like to talk about it, but all right, thank you. Thank you, caller. Yes, caller, welcome.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yeah,
Happy
man.
New Year, first and five college of everybody.
Yes, man. Thank you. Good to hear your voice.
Last night I listened to the program as well. And when coming to the reader, if the government did not come out to the people and tell the people anything, the government didn't hold no meeting with members of parliament, right, stakeholders and everything like that. They keep it as a secret. What do you expect the leader of the opposition to say? The woman have to be used wisdom. She has to be wise. The Bible says be wise like a serpent and harmless like a dove. Right? So the woman cannot just say things.
She might have heard about the radar the same way the public heard.
Right. So therefore the woman cannot say nothing. The woman said she did not get no feedback from the government. Now, okay. They asked the Prime Minister about the radar. What was the answer the Prime Minister gave about the radar?
You doing research?
I cannot answer that question.
Yeah, you doing research?
He cannot answer the question. He said, like he was not there. A thing like that, you are the Minister for National Security. And you cannot answer this question. You was not there.
And he had his team demonstrating. Now the same radar Peter and them was demonstrating against?
Exactly. So if the Prime Minister and government ministers did not come out to the public officially and tell the public anything, be transparent with the public on that, what do you expect the opposition leader to go and run him out and say? The woman used wisdom, the woman taking her facts towards that, she did not get information towards it. That have to go for government, let government come out to the public and say what is going on. The government would have to educate the public on that, not the opposition leader. You understand?
Yes.
So, young caller, you have to understand and use wisdom. I know you want to disrespect and ridicule our political leader, but our political leader stand on ground and she did well. She executed her questions well, and she did a fantastic program last night. So big up to your Honorable Pierre, and we will stand in behind you all the way. Thank you, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller, welcome. Yes, caller, welcome.
Happy.
Go ahead. Yeah.
This is the caller called before this caller. This man doesn't listen to Pierre. No, if you don't have no information about anything, what you want sign? And this is what I mean. I'm not talking politics, you know, but this is what the lady tells you. She has no information because the government in office don't get to the opposition and tell him anything. So what you could answer? I mean, that's logic, very simple thing. But he's a guy like he doesn't listen. Okay then, any case, Mr. Pierre, Telescope Road. No, they've been dropping some material from the Anglican schoolyard in Grenville. And Mr. Pierre, you know them small roads, them by roads and them, in Grenada, no design for this SL church. Because the road is 4 inches concrete. They take this big SL church, full with wet dot, bring it into Telescope. Show bridge, no, devastated the road. No, the person who was in charge don't know. They had also use a small truck. What's the condition of Telescope and road they do? Couple years back there, you know, converting road, bridging road, DSL truck, let's devastate the road. So you see what's happening? What they have to do first in terms of crystallizing the thing and say, look, no big truck can pass there, what and what and what. They don't do that. They just send trucks. Because maybe, I mean, you know, we run in the world today. I'm not eating our food. So they forgot the small church. Thank you.
Okay. Your next caller. Yes, so we encourage you to pick up the telephone and give us a call. The number to call is 442-0175 and express your views and opinion. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Great, man.
Mr. Pierre, I just want to speak on legacy and prime ministership, yeah?
Go right ahead.
Mr. Pierre, 1951, Gary had become leader of GLP, or was the Manual on Mental Workers Union, the Grenada Manual, and he formed the government. He won 5 out of the 7 elections from 1951 to 76. And Gary had gave us what is known as the St. George's University. Today, Mr. Pierre, we are seeing the reward, the benefits, the economic reward we are getting from this place. For instance, Mr. Pierre, our GDP per month, 30% of tax or revenue collect go towards the GDP, 25 to 30% come from SU. And I'm seeing an increase in the number of students coming to Grenada every year or every term. Friends are telling friends, parents are coming to visit children, friends are coming, family are coming, and they're doing tours around the island. Mr. Pierre, that's a city for itself. Eh? Talking about that, we're going now to Morris Bishop, Mr. Pierre. Bishop have given us the international airport, and we can see the amount of plane that come in there to land every year. The amount of revenue is bringing in, the taxi men are benefiting, the hotels. The economy is benefiting. But Mr. Pierre, when it comes to the Mr. Mitchell, Dr. Mitchell, he had gave us the stadium, eh? He gave us the bus terminal and the cruise ship terminal. I see this as beneficial to the economy as well, Mr. Pierre. But I have a question for you. The reason I'm saying all of this, Mr. Pierre, do you see the cruise ship terminal, the bus terminal, as part of his legacy, Dr. Mitchell? What's your view on that, Mr. Pierre?
Yes, caller, well, I could only give my view off the year because it might be long.
Yeah.
I believe that a lot of time we put emphasis on tangible things, like the airport, like the bus terminus, and I don't put much emphasis on tangible things. I put emphasis on the fact that we had the most scholarship during any time in Kit Mitchell time. That the Imani program, the best program instituted in Grenada to give people a second chance. That the government during the 13 and then the last 2 terms was the best attempt I see at governance. That the fact that we had 3 structural adjustment program and the last program was a template established. That is the stability in the country. So I do not put much emphasis on building and structures.
Okay.
But I like to put emphasis on the intangibles, the education system, the develop. You see 10,000 toilets? That to me is so significant. When you go and find the poor of the poor and you assist them in putting a toilet and bathroom. A lot of people might know what it is not to have to come from a big family and you don't have a toilet in your house. I remember time when people used to tie their toe. When you want to go in the toilet, they say rain coming, you all like tie your toe. Yeah. Because they say if you tie your toe, you could wait till morning. And sometime in the middle of the night, you don't know which one affecting you more. Whether it's the toe you tied or whether the toilet you want to go.
Yeah. Mr. Pierre, what would you name after Dr. Mitchell?
Nothing. I think Kit Mitchell should take the position same as Eric Gary. Nothing on earth. Because if you speak about politics in Grenada in the last 100 years, you must speak about Kit Mitchell and Gary.
But
so you don't need to name nothing after.
Don't you think it's right to name something after him?
Well, I wouldn't suggest to name nothing after Gary, nothing after Kit.
Why not?
These people have contributed so much to our country that no little name or place could justify it.
No, but that at least.
No, I wouldn't. You see, Eric Gary said, I want nothing on earth. I want nothing on earth. But once you're speaking about politics in Grenada, in the next 100 years, you must speak about Eric Gary and Kit. You don't want Deacon, you won't remember Deacon. It's a disaster, fake.
Now,
you might forget Brizan, but you cannot forget Eric Gary and Kit.
I want to about TMR show.
TMR show never impressed me. TMR show was part of the intellectuals in St. George's, and they tried to big him up, but he never impressed me. Maybe I might even go for Donovan rather than TMR show.
But Grenada have a lot of history, eh?
A lot of history.
Yeah, in terms of politics and other stuff.
Yeah.
Have a good.
Thank you, caller. You have a next caller on the line? Yes, caller. Go right ahead.
Good morning.
Yes, my brother.
You know, I will always speak with conviction. I will always speak with authority. And people will always gravitate to the things that I articulate every single day. Because I'm speaking from a background of information, a background of well research, a background of a man who's done his homework, a background of a person who's informed with information to educate the nation. Now, when I talk, people have to listen and people will respond, because I will not be distracted, or the positive people who got the benefits thus far from the administration and the leadership of Deacon Mitchell. They are seeing the benefits, and we see it every single day. It's crystal clear. It's just as the beautiful blue waters that we see every day. It's just like how the sun shines and how we can see. And it's very, very clear and it's obvious as to the developments and the benefits that we're getting from this administration. With the creativity, with the vision, and what they've done thus far in terms of propelling Grenada to a higher plane, in terms of rejuvenating Grenada from the place where it was left by administration that never had a succession plan, with people who are now talking as if they just come into politics, who should have put things in place for Grenada, so we should have been much more advanced. Now it amazes me. It amazes me. Any child, a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, could walk up to our Prime Minister and they themselves understand that he loves people and he loves Grenada and he wants to see Grenada forward. He has a passion for education. It's very evident. Their role and the modus operandi is to make sure that every household in Grenada have a university graduate. So we can empower ourselves and go to a higher level and take Grenada to a higher trajectory, so we can all benefit economically, socially, and otherwise. I will not be distracted. And thus far, and again I will repeat it, thus far, all what the government, under the leadership of Deacon Mitchell, what they say they've done in the manifesto, they've done that, and they've done that tremendously. There's no question mark. I have no doubt in my mind. And I'm convinced more than ever, and not just me, but the majority of Grenadians. So all what we hear thus far, all the talks are just talks. Because of why? They are not in that position. They are jealous and just downright critiquing just because they want to critique, but not because they're seeing things that happening. You know what? Things are happening. Grenada is turning around, but don't expect magic. Deacon Mitchell is not a magician, but he is an innovative Prime Minister. He has vision and he has good intention for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. And Mr. Pierre, I know you feel the same way too. And I know later on, you and all will turn around and say that I was wrong with the expression and what I've been telling and saying that the Prime Minister is a liar. And you and all will turn around and tell.
One of the earlier callers advanced 3 reasons why this prime minister should be voted out. One of them was victimization. Yes, scholar, welcome.
Good day, Mr. P. How are you doing, sir?
Great, man.
You know, sometimes I wonder, when you speak about a vision, and a visionary man, you know, the man that came up with the idea for the content to be placed on and retrofit with the AC and solar panel, not the Prime Minister's original idea. You know, the idea of where somebody spoke about the trucks going around in the country and with the farmers' goods was not Prime Minister's idea. This idea came from a farmer in Roseville.
Yes, scholar. We lost the caller. Yes, scholar. I think KJ, you must get onto the Joseph papers and read the Joseph paper. Yes, scholar, welcome.
Mr. Pierre.
Yes, scholar.
Caller before that one, I find he singing song for his supper, you know. He not tired with the program. Mr. Pierre, he record stick, one record alone. How much children I go get scholarship? They don't train. Who go and do scholarship? Who go for schooling? Where is? Which place? I find he singing for his supper. Better he stay in the bed and behave himself. And this stuff is beating him out every minute. Sit down and getting free money. My taxpayers' money I have to pay him and only beating him out for nothing. Mr. Pierre, enjoy the rest of it.
Thank you, caller. Yes, the guys pointed out that the level of victimization in the country, he has never seen that before, and I agree with him. Another aspect he said it was lies. And we said this prime minister lying as when horse trotting. That was a common expression of the elderly yesterday. They say, boy, you're lying as when horse trotting. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre,
yes, my brother.
I had also ask about that.
Go right ahead.
They're supposed to have a national insurance for the hospital. They passed that.
A national what?
A national insurance for the hospital.
A national insurance for the hospital?
Yes.
Who's supposed to have that, Deacon?
The MP and them.
I told you I did not hear her.
10 years now, they're working on this thing.
Not for the hospital. Not for the hospital. Caller. Not for the hospital.
Which one? For people, sick people. Then. So when you have to go to the hospital, so you have insurance to consultate you for whatever drugs or whatever thing. See, 10 years now, 10 years, those people work on that. And up to this day, they don't have nothing. But they can decide to go.
Well, Deacon will put it, I say, a dramatic change. Well, yeah. With a stroke of a pen. That is the impression he gave Grenadians. Nothing was not achieved since 83. And he going to have dramatic change.
Mr. Pierre, with the stroke of a pen, they can make 3,500 people coming in. By the stroke of a pen. Caller,
I just tell you how Deacon lying. And caller, when you want to speak about the public service, you have to be cautious. Because I've been in the public service. So when you want to speak about public service and Deacon lying like when horse trotting. I tell you, don't just accept what Deacon say. You have to take it with a whole pong of salt. Yes, caller, welcome. We lost that caller. Caller, you there? Come in. You're on with us. Let's see what's up. Yes, caller, go ahead. You're very low. I don't know if you're listening to the radio behind you, but you're very low. We can't hear you. So try and call back again. When you're speaking about, go ahead.
Hello?
Caller, go right ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Pierre.
Yeah.
I just want to make a correction here. with the last caller respectively.
You really go do that? The caller don't know
Yes,
what he's talking
yes.
about, caller.
No, but Mr. Pierre, when they're doing these things like
Then
that,
go ahead, go ahead,
people
go ahead, go ahead,
call
caller.
and go
Go ahead,
forward with it.
caller.
You're right. So when NNP came in with that national health insurance thing at almost to the ending of 2022, before the end of the election, they was almost completed, right? When NDC came in, all what they had was to keep the consultants, let them continue doing all the finishing touches. What they did, they pack up all these boys at them, they fired all these boys at them, and they send them back where they come out, right? Fire who was local, send back who was regional, and all the kind of thing. And they squashed the program. And what you think they're leading on to now? Mount Sinai. Giving Mount Sinai $2.5 million every year of our taxpayers' money to do what? To wait on Project Polaris? When we could have a health insurance program going on right now in Grenada, the average man could get proper health care. This administration get rid of all the consultations and everything like that. They damn the whole program. So what this caller don't have no information, seek information, seek guidance, ask questions before you go on the radio station and say what you don't know. And you don't know if you don't know, you know. Because the person who tell you, who give you that information, don't know for themselves. They tell you, and then you continue going with it. You understand? Have a good evening, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller, thank you. We have another caller on the line. Yes, caller, welcome. Go right ahead, caller.
I got cut off a little.
We hearing you, so go ahead.
You know, we had a meeting, right? The Chambers farmers, right? And we had, at the time, Pasquita was in agriculture. And that farmer in the meeting came up with that idea because he was talking about when he harvesting his food, you need a container. You can retrofit that container with some AC and solar panels so you can store it good, so you can harvest his crop without much wastage. So at the time, so that's a brilliant idea. He came up with that idea. And he came up with the same idea again about the truck. And they bring it to the Prime Minister.
You talking about a truck to pick mango?
No, not the truck with the mango, with the container.
To pass on the same fruits. For storage.
You put the container on the farmer's land for storage, so the farmer can store goods and harvest it. Most farmers in Grenada, when they harvest tomatoes or melon or whatever, sometimes they need to harvest at a certain time. They put a tree or a plant, give it the next crop. And if they have no storage, then that crop would have plenty wastage. With the container now, you can store your goods on the farm with AC, with solar panels, so you can make sure that container is on nice. The goods will stay cool and nice, so they can put the goods in that container and store it, so they can go and sell and then nothing to get and the process, it's the process. But they take that information and bring it to the Prime Minister. And the Prime Minister can bring it to the nation and make it look like it is his idea. What I'm saying, the same farmer that came up with that idea, up to now, the government of Grenada haven't given his money to the yet. I'm not saying that when somebody speaks about vision, I don't see it.
You
understand? The most of the ideas that the Prime Minister come up with is not really his idea.
Yes, caller. Thank you.
Idea for the container and the truck going wrong is not the Prime Minister's idea. That's a farmer from Louisville that came up with that idea.
I agree with him. He came up with the idea about black pepper. I think black pepper was his idea. Because of the hurricane, he decided to plant black pepper. Black pepper was his idea, but the others, and he didn't even look at the workability of these ideas.
It is a man that, to me, he's not really informed properly. It's a man that, to me, that he does things for his supper, which is nothing wrong with that. No, you think. I understand that. But I'll give you some information and get it right.
Okay, thank you. You're breaking up a bit again. Thank you very much. You're breaking up. We have time to take one more caller. Somebody pick up the telephone and give us a call. We have time again. Number to call is 4420175. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Penn. How are you?
Great, man. Good.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Mr. Penn, you say that persons have to be tolerant. I know we have to be very, very tolerant. We can be impatient. But Mr. Penn, there's several other programs. We have a heartbeat program on a Sunday. No one can call into that program to air their views or say anything. They're restricted from doing so. But Mr. Pierre, some of these people are calling over and over and over, and there are people who wants to make meaningful contribution to the program based on things that are affecting them and are affecting their livelihoods in Grenada here. And these other people are just calling in, just to talk a bunch of nonsense thing that cannot educate people, just going back and forth. I think you need to give them, one chance to call on the program, and that's it. It shouldn't be repetitive calling over and over again. That's just my take on it.
Yes, scholar. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Bye-bye.
We try to pick up about 10 callers in an hour. And if you're able to get 10 callers or 7 or 10 callers in an hour, that's fairly good, We encourage people. People can pick up the telephone and call as soon as we start the program, because we don't really have a subject matter. And if somebody wants to introduce a new subject matter, they could call and introduce a new subject matter. We encourage our callers to make your most important point first before you rebut on somebody else's point, particularly if the 2 points are different. Because sometimes you spend 2-3 minutes speaking on somebody's point, and then you want to make a total different substantive point. It's all about how we hold the discussion. But I believe in Grenada we have to be tolerant. I'm somebody who believes in freedom. If I was living in Cuba, I would have been in jail. If I was living in Iran, they stoned me to death long. If I was living in Russia, Siberia, cold, eat out all my food. These countries are very intolerant. I've been in Grenada during the 1979-1983 a coup d'etat, an experiment with Marxist-Leninism. Bonaccord, after said, why the revolution failed? He said youthful exuberance, lack of institutional knowledge, and arrogance. When you take power and you put it in young people's hands who disrespect the elders and who is not tolerant to dissenting views, and they have gone and they could jail people, this is madness. I saw madness in 1979, 1983. Maurice Bishop came on the radio. Some rumors was going on. And Bishop said, if you say they say, he locking up they. The Ministry of Agriculture on one Monday morning was like a ghost town. They pick up Samuel Joseph. Why? He went to a meeting in agriculture. The aim of the meeting was to revive the goat society. But people saw some people going in a meeting and somebody said they want to overthrow the government. He was in jail. The Ministry of Agriculture, maybe those days, Gloria Payne Banfield, the other sister I like a lot, but always struggling to remember her name, and others perhaps intervene. And they let out Sam Joe the Monday evening. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. They become so paranoid that they don't even have time to investigate. They will say, comrade, you want to turn back the revolution. If you gave a Pierre a bad ride on the road, or if he accuse you of a bad ride, he say you want to turn back the revolution. Or how you could, they castrated people. And I only speak about the incident, the case where we have empirical evidence. The guy said they castrate him. They ask him, do you know how they castrating a pig? He said, yes. Iwatlane asked him that. He said, we will castrate you like a pig, but the only difference, we will add pepper. They executed the sister from Burge Grove. They treated the Rastafarian very bad. They put some women on the ground and walk on the back. And I ask, how could we have treated Grenadian so badly? We have to be tolerant to one another. When I look at Deacon Mitchell, I believe Deacon is evil. Deacon want to evoke Maurice Bishop's spirit. This leader came in, won 9 seats. All of them was new to politics. Well, where they get this bitterness and hate and vengeance? They won the election on the 23rd of June, officially. By the 5th of July, tears was in some people's eyes. People who worked between 3 and 17 years lost their job. They fired 31 workers from Grand Bay Estate. They found out that 19 of them was NDC. So they re-employed 20. They fired about 10 or 12 workers from the pest management unit that was dealing with the cotton scale insect that was devastating the sauce-up industry. Maybe they thought there was NNP. Maybe a year and months after, they employ back 3 or 4. This government cut off the water from 22 farmers because one farmer, they said turn green. I mean, I don't know. Difficult for me to understand. After all these years, Grenada is again experiencing this level of hate, vengeance, victimization, and bitterness. And this time, it seems it is the policy of the government. How so much Grenadians could stand up and continue to let that happen? If I could shed tears, I would have shed tears for Oma. Oma was called Miss NDC. But she just say she don't supporting them again. She campaigned for them in the last election, you know. She says she don't supporting them again. They start the work, they abandon it. And she go to Tillman Thomas and he tell her he can help her. I want you to remember on Thursday, we're making Thursday program for NNP. So NNP call, NDC call, fire shots, left, right, and center. Because every time we speak about NDC, they blame NNP. So you have an opportunity on that day for both sides to attack, and defend themselves. We want to thank you very much for being with us today, and we're back with you again. And as usual, we beg you to subscribe to Real FM. Real FM need you to subscribe at this time. Thank you very much.
When the clock hits 12, you know where to be. Turn it up, Real FM, ride the frequency. Talking truth, talking change, talking all that's real. With Francis